Marvel's recent show Wonder Man was crazy, and in this video we are breaking down how the final moments of this season have laid the groundwork for the futures of mutant and changed the rules for every superhero movie moving forward, and also how Marvel has laid the groundwork for the futures of mutants in upcoming Avengers Doomsday. And before we move forward, let me tell you this wasn't a typical superhero show. It shows what happens when the hero's biggest problem isn't a supervillain but the system itself. The finale of Marvel's Wonder Man doesn't end with a battle of the universe but a single desperate act that may have broken the MCU. Most of the viewers who have watched this series doesn't really understood the ending, so let's start with the ending. The series boils down to a single choice. After a season of hiding his powers to pursue his acting career, Simon Williams is on a verge of stardom. But his success feels hollow. Why? Because his friend Trevor Slattery took the fall of a massive explosion, which Simon accidentally caused. Simon had discovered Trevor was originally a mole for Department of Damage Control. Feeling betrayed, Simon unleashed his iconic powers and destroyed a movie set. To protect him, Trevor revived his Mandarin persona, claimed the responsibility for the destruction, and was promptly arrested. See, the real antagonist of the Wonder Man is Department of Damage Control, led by Agent Clary, who was previously appeared in Spider-Man No Way Home and Miss Marvel. This version of the agency isn't portrayed as evil, but as a government body who is desperate to justify their own existence. In the finale, Simon puts his acting skills to use. He shadows a prison guard as research for a role to infiltrate the damage control black site facility. After finding and reconciling with Travel, Simon uses his power heroically for the first time. He blasts his iconic energy, destroys the cell, and flies them both through the roof, revealing his ability to damage control and the world. So, with Simon now a public fugitive, who is the real enemy he just made? The ending is effective because Simon isn't fighting a supervillain, he is fighting bureaucracy. Throughout the series, it is suggested that Damage Control needs superpowered people in its expensive prison to justify its funding. They hunt Simon not as a global threat, but as an asset, a problem they can solve to prove their importance. This shifts the conflict from a good versus evil to a critique of government outreach. By breaking out the most high-profile prisoner, the infamous Mandarin, Simon doesn't just become a fugitive, he undermines Damage Control's entire purpose. But in challenging this powerful agency, Simon may have revealed he's a part of a group they fear even more. So let's just discuss how this series has laid the groundwork for the X-Men in upcoming Avengers, Doomsday, and Marvel's futures. Has a new mutant been introduced by Marvel? Throughout the show, they carefully avoid using the word mutant, but the implications is clear. In an interview, showrunner Andrew Guest confirmed that Simon's potential mutant status was discussed, but the team has chosen to leave it officially unanswered for now. The clues, however, are significant. In the comics, Simon Williams gets his power from iconic radiation. The MCU version is different. This show implies Simon has had his powers since childhood, with flashbacks showing them flaring up. He tells Travel he has no idea where they came from, no accidents, no experiments, they are just a part of him. This mirrors the classic mutant origin, where the power manifests naturally during the moments of high emotion. This appears to be a deliberate move by Marvel. We already have confirmed mutants on Earth 616, like Miss Marvel and Namor, but they remain on the fringes. Simon Williams is a public figure, a famous actor who is now known as a superpowered individual. By introducing him this way, Marvel is raising the idea of naturally born superhumans in the public consciousness. Simon is the test case, essentially the first celebrity mutant. The public's reaction to him will set the stage of how society deals with the X-Men. The conversation around the Wonder Man is about to become the conversation about all mutants. With this secret going out and the world is about to debate on his very existence, where does the celebrity fugitive like Simon Williams will ever even go from here? Before we move forward on discussing what is the future of Wonder Man in MCU, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So anyways, where does Simon Williams will ever go from here? There is no official word on the season 2 and he isn't scheduled for any upcoming Avengers film. Showrunner Andrew Guest has expressed hope for the second season, but for now nothing is confirmed. As a Marvel Spotlight project, Wonder Man was designed as a self-contained story, which gives Marvel a lot of flexibility for the character's future. If a second season happens, the finale sets it up well. Simon and Trevor are now fugitives. Damage Control, humiliated by the escape, they will likely want to keep Breakout quiet. Since they can't issue a warrant for the Wonder Man without admitting they have lost the Mandarin, this could force Simon into a deal, use his acting skills to go undercover for them, or risk being exposed and imprisoned forever. As for the bigger MCU, we are unlikely to see Simon in a major team-up after the Secret Wars. His grounded story could get lost in the level of cosmic chaos. The most logical place for him to appear in the New World that emerges after the conflict, a world where mutants are known quantity. He could be a major player in that new saga, perhaps as the founder of West Coast Avengers, a team he's famous for in the comics. His celebrity status could give him a powerful voice for the mutants' rights, or he could be a major target for those who fear them. In the end, what do you think? Is Simon Williams is the key to finally unlock the X-Men in the MCU? Will he end up being an Avenger, or will he be forced to work for the very people hunting them? Drop all your theories in the comment, I would love to see them. And if you like the breakdown and want to stay on the top of everything MCU has ever produced, make sure to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on. See you guys in the next video.